About a month ago, I made a video called the CubeCraft Iceberg Explained, in which I explained the CubeCraft iceberg. The video did pretty well, gaining over 1,000 views and getting a lot of positive comments. However, looking back at that video, there are a number of entries that I wished would have been in that video, but weren't. So I decided that I would make a part 2 and cover everything that I missed. You do not need to watch the first video for this one to make sense. However, I encourage you to watch part 1 right after this video if you want everything. Anyway, without any further ado, this is the CubeCraft Iceberg Explained, part 2. Levels. In my last video, I talked about VIP levels, but I didn't talk about ordinary levels. Every time you win a game on CubeCraft, you get XP. The amount of XP you get can range anywhere from 10 to 250. When you reach a certain amount of XP, you level up. Level 1 requires 1000 XP, level 2 requires 1200 XP, and so on. Every new level requires 200 more XP than the last. The person with the highest level on Bedrock is a player named Charks, who is level 395 as of right now. Leaderboards. The leaderboard is a list of the 50 players with the most wins in a certain CubeCraft game. Every single game on CubeCraft, from Skywars to Mineware, has a leaderboard. Egg Wars also has a separate leaderboard for each season, which I'll talk more about later. Some of these leaderboards are harder to get onto than others, with some requiring a few hundred wins, while others require thousands of wins to get onto. A lot of people try to get onto leaderboards for either respect or just to have something to do. Punishments. Like most Minecraft servers, CubeCraft has a number of rules, and those who break those rules will receive punishments. These punishments can range from temporary bans, temporary mutes, permanent bans, permanent mutes, stat resets, and more. Staff and partners caught doing bannable things will lose their rank. Overall, these punishments won't be fun, so if you don't want to face them, don't break rules. It's just not worth it. Train and hot air balloon. In the main CubeCraft lobby, you can find two rideable entities, the first being the train and the second being the hot air balloon. The train is a literal train that you can ride around the lobby from stop to stop, and it can seat quite a few people. The hot air balloon is a massive balloon that flies through the sky, so if you ever want to fly, but you don't have VIP level 30, this is a great way to do it. Both of these features were added back in November 2021, along with the lobby revamp, and in my opinion, they're really cool. Staff team. A staff team is a group of people who work at CubeCraft. Some of these people work literally in person at CubeCraft, and others are remote members. There are a number of different jobs these people do, with just a few being moderator, helper, and designer. The staff team are the people who keep CubeCraft up and running, and they provide all of the updates to the server. If you're interested in becoming a staff member, you can apply on CubeCraft's website, as long as you meet all the requirements. Egg Wars Seasons. Egg Wars is the most popular CubeCraft game, and many people spend a lot of their time playing the game. When you're playing the same game mode over and over again, it can and will get boring. So, to avoid people from getting bored, CubeCraft added Egg Wars Seasons. Every new season features new maps, shop items, new loot, a seasonal leaderboard, and more. These seasons are supposed to come out every 3 months, however Season 1 released in August 2022, and Season 2 still isn't on the main server as of July 2023. Old knockback. Back in the day, meaning before 2021, CubeCraft had a certain knockback system. Some people liked this knockback system, but others despised it, saying it was inconsistent, not vertical, and gave PC players an advantage. So, on January of 2021, CubeCraft released a new knockback system that was more consistent, vertical, and more fair. This knockback helped CubeCraft grow a lot as a server. It's said that the knockback will change again with the 1.19 update, however, we haven't gotten to experience that knockback much out of the 1.19 beta testing, so I'm not going to talk about it much here. Private games. Private games are games that CubeCraft players can start, but instead of playing with random people, they can invite and play with their friends. If you've ever seen or played Hive's custom servers or Hypixel's private games, then picture that just on CubeCraft. As of right now, private games are only available to partners, but they will soon likely be available to more people. Hidden Skywars chests. In several CubeCraft Skywars maps, there are hidden chests. These are just chests that may not be the easiest to find. One example is the Silos map, Snakes. At first, it appears there are just 2 chests. However, upon further investigation, we can find a 3rd chest that just contains some bonus loot. Overall, these chests can be very useful to know about. Merge with the Chunk. In early 2016, CubeCraft Games merged with a server called The Chunk. Doing so added the games Tower Defense and Block Wars to CubeCraft. This is a really interesting part of CubeCraft history that most people don't know about and weren't even around to experience. Map signs. Inside several CubeCraft maps, you can find random signs. These signs usually contain random bits of text and sometimes contain jokes. My favorite of all these signs are the ones in the FFA map Tropical. I mean, just look at them. Java Edition shutdown. This may be surprising to some people, but a Java Edition shutdown could be possible somewhat soon. See, in September of 2022, when CubeCraft removed a bunch of game modes from the Java network, they said that if they were not able to get up to 1,000 players, they would need to close the Java network. Well, CubeCraft did not achieve their goal. So, what do you think? Do you think Java will be shutting down soon, or did they change their mind? Secret Egg Wars room. Almost nobody knows that there is a secret room in the Egg Wars lobby. The room is pretty small, only containing a few levers. However, it's pretty cool nonetheless. I encourage you to check it out if you can find it. Under the main lobby. Under CubeCraft's main lobby, you can find a place with levers and what looks like a very old room. I asked a staff member what it is, and they said it was either an old area left over from an earlier version of the lobby, or an area used for taking images of loot for the server. Either way, it's pretty interesting. Nobody could tell me how to get to these places, so if anybody watching this knows, it'd be great information. Backrooms code. In the backrooms of CubeCraft, there's an area that contains a dragon head, lots of vines, and last but not least, a sign that contains some sort of code. A lot of people have had debates over what the meaning of this is, and I honestly couldn't find a clear answer. Whatever the meaning is, CubeCraft's backrooms are a very interesting place, and I encourage you to learn more about them, especially about the code. And there it is. There's the CubeCraft Iceberg Part 2. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, as I'm really trying to hit 1.5k soon. Let me know if I got any information wrong, as I would like to correct myself in this video's description if I did. Also, watch the first CubeCraft Iceberg if you haven't already. It's similar to this video, just with different facts and entries. Anyway, I've been Major with Gaming, and as always, have a nice day.